So in the past 5 hours, I have watched NXT REvolution twice. It was that damn good. And if you're watching this video and you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Give NXT a chance. Even if you haven't watched it before, all these new characters will be freaking so much better than pretty much anything you see on WWE TV right now. Other than Rollins and Ambrose, really. These characters are a lot better at wrestling, a lot better on the mic, and it's all fresh. But this is a review of the event of NXT REvolution, so I'll just get to that. Um, we start off the show. It's actually 30 minutes prior to it. Maybe it was an hour, I don't know. I only watched the 30 minutes prior to it. You had the pre-show on the network, and during that, Corey Graves announced that he has retired from in-ring action, and he is joining the commentary booth. And he did that for the show. He was in commentary, and he was fine. No complaints at all. No complaints from the NXT commentary table at all. They're always adding on to it instead of taking away, like what I believe the Raw commentators do. They kind of take away from the matches. The matches don't matter at all on there. They're just hyping up the one big match or whatever they're talking about, something else. And with the commentary, the matches actually matter, and they only add on to the matches. They don't take anything away. But yeah, Corey Graves done with in-ring action, onto the commentary for now. And we open up the show. They have a little vignette for all the matches and everything. And then the first person to appear on the show is Kevin Owens. Yes, formerly known as Kevin Steen. They actually gave him fitting theme music, which is great. And they didn't make him debut as a zoo enthusiast, which I am happy for as well. But this is everything that his hype promos, hype videos have been showing. He's just a fucking badass. His character has not changed too much from his indie days, which I really love. And they show the Fight Owens fight and everything, and they have the KO for Kevin Owens on his t-shirt and everything. That just looks great. And he faced CJ Parker. And Kevin, he did a lot of the same moves he did in his indie days. He always did the cannonball into the corner. He did where he flies over the ropes and everything. Even in this match, he got slapped once by C.J. Parker, and he ended up getting busted open, I think, on his nose. And so there's quite a lot of blood. And actually, Drake Younger was working referee as this match, also known as Drake Works. But they've been running the indies together for a while. I remember watching Kevin Steen's escapades. It's still on YouTube, and Drake Younger was featured on there, so that's pretty cool. And his new finisher, or instead of the package pile driver, he's now using the pop-up power bomb. Just pretty much picks the guy up, slams him down while standing, not like a Batista bomb, but yeah, I think it'll work for him. He totally fits the bill as a badass. Has not really changed much from his indie days, but this will actually work in NXT. There's not really anyone else quite like this, and yeah, future is bright for this. It was a pretty impressive squash match. Made Kevin Owens look amazing, so that it served its purpose. Next match, we have the Lucha Dragons versus the Vaudevillains, and Kalisto. He is really good, also known as Samurai Del Sol on the indies. I mean, he's very impressive, very athletic. Him and Sin Cara showed a lot of lucha libre, and the Vaudevillains are pretty good. They were pretty impressive as well, but the Lucha Dragons retained by, I think it's called Salida del Sol. I don't take Spanish at all. I never learned Spanish. I don't know what that means. But this match, solid 3-star match. You didn't really need it to be amazing. It served its purpose. Lucha Dragons retained, and yeah. Next match, we got another squash match. We have Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's that freaking huge guy. He's got to be at least 6'7", 6'8", and he is jacked. I mean, he has all the tattoos, kind of takes away from his definition a little bit, but I mean, he's just freaking jacked. And you had Bull Dempsey. He was sitting in the crowd in one of the first few rows, just watching. After Baron squashed the guy, they kind of had their little stare down, maybe building up towards the next special. That'll be a cool match to see. Bull Dempsey's obviously he's kind of built like Rhino. He's just short, but he's very compact, and he seems pretty agile for his size. And yeah, that would be a really, really fun match to see. Baron Corbin versus Bull Dempsey at the next special. That would be a great match. And next match, we got kind of one of your co-main events. You have the Ascension versus Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. And man, Finn Balor shined during this. During his entrance especially, wow, he just reminded me of his New Japan days and some of his stuff he did in England, where he did the full body paint. Well, not full body, but I mean like from his chest up. He had the teeth thing going on. He had the knee pads that matched it. The Tintron, whatever you want to call it, for NXT, even matched his color scheme. That was pretty cool. And with the face paint, man, he's just on another level. I mean, the NXT fans have not seen this before, and they really, really loved it. I mean, it's looking like Prince Devitt, or what's his name, Finn Balor, can become even maybe more marketable than Hideo Itami or Kenta, even though Kenta maybe was more popular in this country than Prince Devitt was. And this would be cool. I don't know where they're going to go after this match, but let's just talk about this match. A lot of great back and forth. Finn Balor got his moves in. He has a freaking sick Pele kick where he jumps backwards, just kicks the guy. And Hideo Itami got all of his kicks in. They eventually win by the double foot stomp. And this is actually a must-see match. I'm giving this one 4 stars. I mean, it wasn't the match of the night, but I mean, this is a good goddamn match. Pretty much, other than the Survivor Series main event, which had to be good, really, because they had the network for free, this is better than what the main roster's been putting out. So, yeah. Watch that match. And then, after that match, kind of a little buffer time. You have Roman Reigns backstage with Renee Young, kind of talking about how he won Superstar of the Year for the Slammies, and I guess Renee was probably told, gotta make Roman look strong. Well, if you saw part 2 of the CM Punk podcast, you will get that. Next match for the NXT Divas title, you have Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. And Sasha Banks, even though she did lose the match, she looked very impressive. Same with Charlotte. They both were very impressive. Maybe Divas match of the year. I mean, Charlotte versus Natalya was good. Same with Paige versus Emma. I can't remember. Was Paige? I think Paige versus Emma was this year. But really, 3 best Divas matches this year, all from NXT. I mean, Sarah Del Rey is freaking, oh my god. She's making these Divas become so much better than they have been in the past. You can't ask the Bellas to give a match like this. Really, the only ones that can wrestle are AJ and Paige on the main roster. Maybe a little bit Alicia Fox, but Paige was trained by Sarah Del Rey, and AJ Lee came off the indie circuits. So, yeah, take that. Yeah, I mean, Sarah Del Rey's good. This match gets 3 3/4 stars. Very, very good women's match. And the women are just really, really athletic. I know Charlotte's a former Division I cheerleader, volleyball player, something like that. Oh my god, she's just fucking athletic. The counters they used in this match as well, it was really well for a Divas match. So yeah, 3 3/4 stars. Great Divas match right there. And then we get to the main event of the night, the match of the night. You have the entrance where they are both kind of approaching from gorilla position. They go through the, was it like the curtain? Yeah, they go through the curtain. And then all of a sudden they're out in front of everyone at Full Sail. pretty cool entrance, especially for a big match like this. This match pretty much starts out with them one-upping each other. Neither really gained the upper hand for a while. I believe Neville was trapped in a Koji clutch by Sami Zayn, which is really nice to see. Neville eventually escaped it, but also Neville. I can't believe I kept on saying Neville. It's Adrian. Well, I guess it is Neville. I don't give a fuck right now. It's 12:30, so yeah. Neville hits a super kick and then does a reverse hurricanrana and almost pins him. And I believe Zayn went in for a haluba kick. That's what it's called. It's called Yakuza kick on the Indies, but it's called haluba kick in NXT. Goes for it. Adrian Neville brings in the referee. Referee gets knocked out for a little bit. Neville brings in the NXT Championship, acts like he's going to hit it. I think Zayn took it. And then Zayn was deciding for at least 3 minutes whether or not to hit Neville when the referee was down with the belt. Then eventually he drops it. I think he then hit the haluba kick in the corner, and then match was over. Pins him 1, 2, 3. Your new NXT champion, Sami Zayn. Man, that was a fucking huge pop. And this match of the night, 4.5 stars, must watch. Especially if you are not a fan of NXT, this will get you into it. This is just great. I can't really say much else. This match was amazing. Fucking watch it. Fucking watch it. And then after the match, you have the whole locker room coming out celebrating with Sami Zayn. First person out, Kevin Owens. Best friends, hug it out. I think Owens somehow starts bleeding again from his face. I don't know how. And out of the crowd, we actually had a Sami Callihan sighting. His NXT live event name has been Solomon Crow. He's been slated to debut, broke his leg, and still has not debuted. I think they're holding off until someone gets called to the main roster. Maybe they're just holding off till he can get called to the main roster. Kind of like Dean Ambrose. And I'm just waiting for him to get to the main roster, or just anywhere on TV, NXT TV, or on the network, or anything. I believe he is very talented and stuff, so yeah, that's enough about him. I could probably go on a whole nother video about him. And while the whole crowd of people in the ring, the NXT locker room, are kind of rallying around Sami Zayn, giving him congratulations, Neville's kind of in the corner. Neville gets up, and there's kind of like a confrontation between the two. Zayn sticks out his hand. Neville kicks it away and fucking goes up, bear hugs him. And then Neville's out of there. And pretty much end the show. Owens is helping Zayn coming out of the ring, about to walk him out back. They hug one final time. I keep on saying Kevin Steen. I mean Kevin Owens shoves him over, picks him up, does the pop-up powerbomb onto the apron of his best friend. He hits a pop-up powerbomb on the apron. Whew. That's some real shit right there. After all that emotion, everything, just like that. This rivalry's been really anticipated. I mean, ever since it was released that he'd be joining NXT, people have been looking forward to something like this. They didn't know whether or not Zayn would be on the main roster by then, by the time Steen debuted on NXT TV. So this is really nice to see. And this is going to be a hell of a feud. If you have not seen it already, watch Final Battle 2010 with the Ladder War. Then watch in 2012. I have this DVD. Showdown in the Sun Day 1. It's from WrestleMania 28 weekend. Unsanctioned Fight Without Honor. Another great match between El Generico and Kevin Steen. Now it's Zayn and Kevin Owens. And then one final match to watch before that. It is El Generico's final match in Ring of Honor. It is it's at Final Battle 2012 Ladder War Part 2, and it is almost as good as the first one, but it's still really amazing. If you want to get caught up on their kind of, I don't know if their characters will have anything to do with their ROH past, but I mean, just working wise, how well they can work together. So yeah, check out those matches. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out my last video. I kind of talk about how NXT is better than WWE TV at pretty much everything right now. So yeah, if you want to like, comment, subscribe, that'd be great. I'll see you guys later.